emcee again this year. You may know the name Scott Murray. Scott Murray has been, kind of got your fan club here, man. Unbelievable. So, and there's so much, this part, it's going to take 30 minutes for me to introduce Scott, so you guys bear with me a second. So Scott, if you guys know Scott was a part of NBC Sports here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. He has been with NBC for 35 years, is that right, Scott? 35 years. Scott does an unbelievable amount of emceeing, which he's going to do for us today. He really is such a community supporter because he works with so many nonprofits. He does such great work in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. He's also the author of a number of books. He does all kinds of things. 3 decades with NBC television, multiple Emmy award-winning sports author, anchor, and broadcast journalist. He's been named the Sportscaster of the Year 17 times. Wow, 17 times. He's got his own show that he hosts, weekly Talk Street. He co-hosts a Texas Daily show on KTXD TV. He's a radio host. He has a Scott Murray show on 570 KLIF today, right? 6 to 8 p.m. tonight. He's an inspirational speaker, keynote speaker. He's also a survivor, cancer survivor. He's written 2 books, Whatever It Takes to Bring Out the Best. He's also the chairman and the CEO of Murray Media. I am so thrilled to have Scott here. He's always been here for me. So I'm going to turn it over to him, and then he's going to have a little program. We're going to bring up our logo winner here in a little bit, or his dad in a little bit, but we're going to get started here in just 2 seconds.
Thank you, Donnie. Well, good morning, everybody. Boy, this is crazy weather we've had here in good old Fort Worth, Texas for a while, huh? Yeah. It was so hot in the summer we could hardly breathe. Then we get all this rain that we swim around instead of drive around, and then now we've got the chilly weather here. The winter is upon us, or whatever. But I'm delighted to be here. Why am I here? I'm here for a couple of reasons. Right here is number 1. Maybe not in this particular order. Maybe number 2 is number 1. But one of the top 2 reasons I'm here is because of Donnie and what Donnie has endured. And he's a survivor as well. And he's just been a dear friend for decades. And so when he called, when he first put this together, I said, of course I'll be there. I lost my little sister to breast cancer when she was almost 38 years old. That's not right, that's not fair. I lost my dad to prostate cancer. 6 months later, I found out I had prostate cancer. I'm one of the lucky ones. I'm still here to talk about it. Survivor, early detection, all that good stuff. And that's exactly why we're here on behalf of leukemia and lymphoma. It's out there. Do you realize that once every 3 minutes, somebody's going to find out here in America that they have some form of leukemia or lymphoma? Once every 3 minutes. In other words, during the course of the next 30 minutes, 10 people will have been diagnosed. And guess what? Once every 9 minutes, one of those people will die. That's wrong. It's just the way it should not be. So that's why we all gather here today. So a giant thank you to you all for being here. Just your presence speaks volumes. So on behalf of Donnie and everybody that's put this together, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you have one homework assignment, and then I'm going to get into all these notes that Donnie has given me, and that is be the conduit to this incredible community that we all call home. You are the messenger to the masses. So what you do is you tell everybody what a great time you had here this morning, how meaningful it was, and next year you bring a friend. So we can double the size of this run every single year until we can't get around Fort Worth without stopping traffic and doing all those other wonderful things. So thank you so much for being here, everybody. Now, I do want to tell you that the Honored Hero Run, as Donnie said, the board of directors responsible for bringing this all to fruition today. This is our 10th year, so we're talking about a decade of greatness for sure. Back in 2009, a group of local leaders and friends started this event to raise awareness and funds for blood cancer research. And since its inception, believe it or not, how about this? Because of people like you, $140,000 has been donated to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. That's great stuff. And as I said before, this would not have been possible without the sponsors and partners and participants who have been a part of the HHR over the past 10 years. All right, what are we going to do right now? Do we want to read the rest of these things, or are we ready for a little... Okay, I'll tell you what. I was getting out of my car, and this gentleman that pulled up right next to me said, "Hey, Scott Murray, how you doing?" I said, "I'm just fine." He introduced himself and said, "My daughter is here because she's singing the national anthem today." And I said, "Really? Where is she?" Well, she's in the back seat of the car, and she looked about 5 years old. Well, not 5, maybe 7 or 8. She turns out she's 15, but she's my new best friend. Her name's Madeline. And she's so sweet and so nice. I said, 15? How are you going to sing the national anthem? Apparently, she's done it like 15 or 20 times in the past for different events like this. So I want you to meet the rock star of the morning, my new best friend, Madeline. Where are you? Come on up here, sweetheart. Now, what's your last name? What is it? Yarborough. Okay, and where do you go to school?
Fort Worth Academy of Fine Arts.
And who taught you how to sing? Because you said mom and dad can't carry a tune to save their life, right?
My voice.
Your voice, well, say hello to Kim for us, and I'm going to turn it over to you, and we will all salute and do what we do with our national anthem. Thank you for being here.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that Star-Spangled Banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wow. You know what? That's just about how I would have sung it. That was incredible. Well, thank you very much. How about a nice hand again? Once again for Madeline. Great job, sweetheart. Thanks for being here. Wow.